So exercise 5.3, the first question, these questions are based on dot product and cross product. See the first question. If two unit vectors, each of which is perpendicular, find two unit vectors, each of which is perpendicular to both u bar and v bar, where u bar is this and v bar is this. So what I will do is, first let me take u bar and v bar. So say this is u bar vector, and here I have vector v bar. This is v bar. What I want unit vectors which are perpendicular to these two vectors. This is u bar and v bar. So if I want a vector which is perpendicular to these two vectors, what does it mean? It means that the required vector has to have either in this direction, it should be, I'm just showing the direction where it should be. So see, if it's in this direction, then what happens is, see, then the direction here I showed is perpendicular to V bar. See, it is perpendicular to V bar, and this direction is also perpendicular to U bar. You see this. So this direction is perpendicular to U bar as well as V bar. See this. So the unit vector has to be in this direction, because they have clearly stated find two unit vectors, each of which is perpendicular to U bar and V bar. So this is the one direction which is perpendicular to U bar and V bar. Rather, you can say that this direction is perpendicular to the plane of U bar and V bar. This direction is perpendicular to the plane of U bar and V bar. U bar and V bar define a plane. They define a plane. See this plane. It is this plane which they define. U bar and V bar define a plane. See, this is the plane that they define. U bar and V bar define a plane. And what is happening? This vector, this direction which I just showed with the white arrow, this direction is perpendicular to both U bar and V bar. So the unit vector has to be in this direction. Or it can be in this direction. See, it can be in this direction. This direction is also perpendicular to both U bar and V bar. This direction is also perpendicular to both U bar and V bar. See, it is perpendicular to U bar. It is also perpendicular to V bar. It is also perpendicular to V. It is perpendicular to both U bar and V bar. And these two directions, that is the one that I showed just now and here, they are opposite of each other. So let us read the question once again. See, these two directions, they are perpendicular to U bar and V bar. That is, both the directions are perpendicular to the plane of U bar and V bar. I tried to show you the 3D aspect of it, 3D picture. U bar and V bar make a plane, and these two are perpendicular to this. Now see, whenever you are given two vectors and you want the direction perpendicular to those two vectors, I repeat again, whenever we are given two vectors and we want the direction perpendicular to both the vectors, we will take the cross product of those two vectors. What we will do, we will take the cross product. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if I take here U bar cross V bar, if I take here U bar cross V bar, okay, that is, I start from U bar and go to V bar. If I take U bar cross V bar, then I will get a vector which is in the direction of white vector. See, U bar cross V bar will be a vector. Try to understand. U bar cross V bar will be in this direction. U bar cross V bar will be in this direction. How? This is right-handed triplet rule. Okay, right-handed triplet rule. You are keeping your four fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, other than the thumb. You are keeping your four fingers of right hand in the direction of U bar. Then you bend them, you turn them all in the direction of V bar, towards V bar. Then the direction of thumb will give you the direction of U bar cross V bar. So you got U bar cross V bar. Okay, you will get U bar cross V bar. Next, if you find, understand, if you find V bar cross U bar, if you go this way, if you find a V bar cross U bar, then you will get the vector in the direction of pink vector, pink vector. You see this vector, you will get it down. Why? Because now you keep your four fingers in the direction of V bar and then you turn them all towards U bar. Okay, you keep them all, you keep your four fingers in the direction of V bar and then you turn your four fingers towards U bar. Okay. See this way. Excuse me for my diagram. Okay. I'm a maths teacher. So these are the four fingers and here you have thumb. You have to, and the palm of your right hand, this is your right hand. Okay. So now you have to turn these four fingers. These fingers you have to turn in this direction. So when you turn your fingers in this direction, where will the thumb point? The direction of the thumb will point this way. It will go down here. The thumb will point in this direction. Okay. This thumb will point in this direction. Remember, when you are keeping your four fingers in the direction of V bar, the front of your palm is facing this direction. That's why you can turn all the four fingers this way. You can turn the four fingers in this way only if the palm is facing this direction. Okay, you cannot turn the fingers that way. That is not possible. I hope you followed it. So V bar cross U bar is in the direction of this. So here, what is this vector? This vector is U bar cross V bar, and this vector is V bar cross U bar. I will find out these two vectors. They are the two vectors in the direction perpendicular to U bar and V bar. See, these are the two vectors which are perpendicular to U bar and V bar. But the problem here is they don't want vectors perpendicular. They want the unit vectors. What they want? They want the unit vectors. So see, how do I get them? So let me start with the solution. I will write U bar cross V bar equals to U bar cross V bar equals to determinant I cap, J cap and K cap, I cap, J cap, K cap, then 2, 1, minus 2, 1, 2, minus 2. So this is I cap, and here I get minus 2. This into this is minus 2, minus of minus 4, so plus 4, minus J cap, and here I have minus 4, minus of minus 2 is plus 2, then plus K cap, and I have here 4 minus 1. So what I get? I get 2i cap. Okay, 4 minus 2 is 2. So 2i cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. This is u bar cross v bar. I got u bar cross v bar. This is number 1. Okay. So if this is u bar cross v bar, what will be v bar cross u bar? See, we all know v bar cross u bar is negative of u bar cross v bar. V bar cross U bar is negative of U bar cross V bar. So remember students, in this, if I just put a negative sign, if I put a negative sign here, this will become V bar cross U bar, right? So the next step is therefore V bar cross U bar is equal to negative of 2i cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. Got it? Okay, so now what I have done, I have found two vectors which are perpendicular to u bar and v bar. See, I have found this vector and this vector. I have found both the vectors. Next. Now what I want? I don't want the vectors. I want unit vectors. So what should I be doing? I should be finding the unit. See, I got a vector. I got a vector here. This vector is perpendicular to u bar and v bar. This vector is also perpendicular to u bar and v bar. I want the unit vector perpendicular to u bar and v bar. So the best would be what I do. The best would be I find a unit vector in the direction of this vector. I find a unit vector in the direction of this vector. That would solve my purpose. That would solve my purpose. So see, how do I find unit vector in the direction of u bar cross v bar? Okay, so in order to find the unit vector in the direction of u bar cross v bar, see, I suggest you to take a screenshot of this because I'm going to remove it. Or maybe you can, if you want to see the picture, you will have to go back and check the picture. Okay, so see here. What I'm doing is, see, I shall find out the, okay, or let it be, let this diagram be here, no issue. Okay. So let this diagram be here, no issue. I'll take another page. I'll solve this on another page. So here, see, I have to find a unit vector. What I have to find? I have to find a unit vector in the direction of u bar cross v bar and v bar cross u bar. So let me first find in the direction of u bar cross v bar. So what is that? For that I will write, see, unit vector, I write unit vector in the direction of u bar cross v bar is equal to u bar cross v bar upon mod of u bar cross v bar. So I will find out mod of u bar cross v bar. What is mod of u bar cross v bar? Square root of, see, what is u bar cross v bar? It is 2, 2, 3, right? So it is 2i cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap 2, 2, 3 upon mod of this, that is 2 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. 2 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. So what do you get? You get 2i cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap divide by, this is 4, 4, 8. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 9, 17. So this is root of 17. See, this is the one. So I got unit vector. I got unit vector in the direction of u bar cross v bar. Got it? In the direction of u bar cross v bar. What does that mean, students? It means I got the unit vector perpendicular to u bar and v bar. See, what they had demanded, I got it. What they had asked for, I got it. I got that. They had asked for the unit vector in the direction of unit vector perpendicular to u bar and v bar, I got. The only thing is they had asked for two unit vectors. So what I will now do, I shall find out the unit vector in the direction of this. See, I got a unit vector. Try understanding. Try to understand this. I got a unit vector which is perpendicular to u bar v bar and upwards. Now I want a unit vector which is perpendicular to u bar v bar and downward. For that, what I will do, I will find out the unit vector in this direction, in the direction of v bar cross u bar. Okay, so see, how do I get it? For that, see, I know this unit vector is negative of this. So I just have to put a negative sign. Got it? So I will write, see what I will write. I'll write here, okay? Therefore, the two unit vectors, the two unit vectors perpendicular to u bar and v bar equal to, see, this is one and it is upwards. If I put a negative sign, then it will become downwards. You got it? So what I will write? I will write plus or minus of this, plus or minus 2i cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap upon square root of 17. I hope you followed it. So let me now revise this once again. See what you have to do. If they ask you the perpendicular vectors, if they ask you two vectors perpendicular to u bar and v bar, you will find out their cross product. You will get this. If they ask you two unit vectors perpendicular to u bar and v bar, then what you will do? You will find their cross products. You will find the cross products of u bar and v bar. Then you will find the unit vector in the direction of cross product and put plus minus. Okay, I hope you followed this. Very easy question, but very conceptual. See, this is question number 2. In this exercise, we are solving all problems based on the concept of scalar product of two vectors and vector product of two vectors. Question number 2 here is from the exercise 5.3. If a bar and b bar are two vectors perpendicular to each other, a bar and b bar are two vectors perpendicular to each other, prove that a bar plus b bar square is a bar minus b bar square. Okay, the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. So here I will write, see, I will begin with answers. Given a bar and b bar are perpendicular to each other. Now remember students, if the two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product will be 0. So a bar dot b bar is 0, or b bar dot a bar is 0. B bar dot a bar is also 0, right? B bar dot a bar is also 0. I write this as 1. Remember, whenever they say the two vectors are perpendicular, the chances are that they want you to use this property of dot product. The dot product of two vectors is 0 if the vectors are perpendicular to each other. You know why? Because dot product is defined as a bar dot b bar is mod a bar mod b bar cos of angle between them. So if they are perpendicular, the angle is 90 degree and cos of 90 degree is 0. So you get 0 here. Okay. Now see what we need to prove. To prove that, we have to prove that a bar plus b bar square equals to a bar minus b bar square. Now understand that many students do not know that when we are given square of a vector, it means the square of its magnitude. Though we do not write it. See, I do not write here mod. I have not written mod here, but then what actually I mean is mod of p bar square, mod of p bar square. So if I'm given, suppose if I'm given c bar square, that does not mean the vector c bar square. It means mod of c bar square. So that you should follow. So many a times what will happen, they will give you, they might give you the mod. See, if they wanted in the question they could have given a bar plus b bar mod square, a bar minus b bar mod square. See, if they had given it this way, if they had given it this way, it would have been much better way of giving the question. But never mind, they have not written this way. But what it means is, it means the mod. What it means is mod. So you should not worry. Though that mod is not there, you should take it in the mod only. What you should do, you should try taking it in modulus only. Okay. So here I go. So see here, I will begin with, I will write to prove that a bar plus b bar square is equal to a bar minus b bar square. I will write, I will write, we know that, see, this is to be proved, okay? And this is given. Okay, so I will write, I can start with the left hand side. I can start with the left hand side. What is left hand side? Left hand side is a bar plus b bar square, which is nothing but mod of a bar plus b bar square. Okay, and if you remember, I had given you a very important property of dot product. Remember, students, when you have dot product of a vector with itself, okay, I want you all to recall that. Please recall. See, if I have p bar dot p bar, if I have p bar dot p bar, what will it be? It will be mod p bar into mod p bar cos of angle between both. They are not two, they are one. Angle between p bar with itself, angle between p bar and p bar is 0. Okay, angle between, okay, once again, see, what is a bar dot b bar? It is mod a bar mod b bar cos of theta, mod of a bar mod of b bar, and cos of angle between them. So likewise, I wrote here mod of p bar, mod of p bar and cos of angle between them. So cos of angle between p bar and p bar is 0 because it is the same vector. Okay. So now what you have, cos 0 is 1. You have cos 0. Here you have cos 0 as 1. So if this is 1, what do you get? You get mod of p bar square. So p bar dot p bar is equal to mod of p bar square. P bar dot p bar is mod of p bar square. You see this? P bar dot p bar is mod of p bar square. So if now I want to take it in this direction. See, I want you all to understand it this way. What way? If I have mod of p bar, I want you to understand it this way. If I have mod of p bar square, I will write p bar dot p bar. So let me apply that here. So if I have a bar plus b bar, you got it what I'm trying to say? Here I have mod of a bar plus b bar square. Mod of a bar plus b bar square. So what I can write? I can write a bar plus b bar dot a bar plus b bar. I can write a bar plus b bar dot a bar plus b bar. Okay. Now what I will do? I will distribute dot over sum. So see here, this will be distributed. I distribute a bar plus b bar dot over a bar plus b bar. So see, I consider this whole bracket as one vector. So see, the next step is a bar plus b bar dot a bar plus b bar dot b bar, and in between we will have plus sign. Okay. So see, what do I get? I get here therefore LHS is equal to, see what you will get. You will get a bar plus b bar dot a bar plus a bar plus b bar dot b bar. Then, okay, now I will distribute from right. Okay, I will distribute from right. So see, what do I get? I get here a bar dot a bar plus b bar dot a bar plus a bar dot b bar plus b bar dot b bar. Now a bar dot a bar is mod a bar square, and see, this is b bar dot a bar 0. This is also a bar dot b bar 0. See, we have already known this because they are perpendicular to each other. Plus b bar dot b bar is mod b bar square. So what you got? You got a bar mod a bar square plus mod b bar square. This is your LHS. Now go for RHS. I will go for RHS. See here, I will work on RHS. So I write RHS is a bar minus b bar square. I know this is nothing but mod of a bar minus b bar square. Further, mod of any vector square is nothing but vector dot same vector. So the next step, it is a bar minus b bar dot a bar minus b bar. Now what? Now the distribution of dot over difference. See, I will distribute this vector dot on the difference over the difference. So I shall get here now, I shall get here a bar, I will get here a bar minus b bar dot a bar minus a bar minus b bar dot b bar. Now distribute from the right. We will distribute from right here. You see this? So what I get? I get here a bar dot a bar minus b bar dot a bar minus a bar dot b bar plus b bar dot b bar. So this will become mod a bar square. You see this? Mod a bar square minus 0 again. These two are 0. We have known this in the beginning itself. And what is this? Plus mod b bar square, which is equal to mod a bar square plus mod b bar square. Now see, the left hand side, what you got? What you got in the left hand side, you see this? You got the same thing in RHS, right hand side. So what does it mean? It means that LHS equals to RHS, and hence these two are equal. LHS equals to RHS, and hence proved. Please copy this fast. So I can write here, therefore LHS equals to RHS, equals to RHS. Now this question number 3 is quite interesting. Find the values of C. We have to find the values of C so that for all real x being real, the vectors x c I cap minus 6 j cap plus 3 k cap and x I cap plus 2 j cap plus 2 c x k cap make an obtuse angle. So understand the question. They give us two vectors, one vector and another vector, two vectors. Now what they say is the angle between these two vectors is an obtuse angle. The angle between these two vectors is what? It is an obtuse angle. Now you understand the meaning of obtuse angle. The obtuse angle is more than 90 degree. Okay, so this kind of scene it could be. See, these are two vectors and the angle between them is more than this. Theta is greater than 90 degree. This much is given to us. You know what? I will take this vector as A bar and this vector as B bar. So let me start as follows. I will begin with the solution. I will write let A bar equals to XC I cap minus 6 J cap plus 3 K cap, and this one I take as B bar, X I cap plus 2 J cap plus 2 C X K cap. Okay. So A bar and B bar, I will write let theta be the angle between A bar and B bar. I will write given theta is greater than 90 degree. Now you all know if theta is greater than 90 degree, therefore cos of theta will definitely be negative, because cos of any angle greater than 90 degree is negative. Cos in the second quadrant more than 90 degree, cos value is negative. For angle greater than 90 degree, cos value is negative. So cos theta is what I will write. I will write cos theta is less than 0. Cos theta is less than 0. Okay. Now here cos theta is less than 0. So students, now see what I'm writing. By definition, by definition, we know that a bar dot b bar, what is a bar dot b bar? By definition, we know that a bar dot b bar is mod b bar cos of theta. Now check this out. Okay, what is mod of a bar? Can mod of a bar be negative? Just think on it. Can mod of a bar be negative? Never, because it is magnitude. Can mod of b bar be negative? Never, because it is magnitude. But here, can cos of theta be negative? Yes. If theta is greater than 90 degree, then cos of theta is negative, which is the case here. See here cos theta is negative. Cos theta is negative. That is, cos theta is less than 0. That is, cos theta is negative. Cos theta is negative. Okay. So what I will write, so here, see, this is positive. Try to understand this. So here I write, I'm making the concept clear to you. Mod A bar, positive number. Mod B bar, positive number. And what is cos theta? Negative number. Negative number. When? Please don't forget. When theta is greater than 90 degree. When theta is greater than 90 degree. Positive into negative. What is it? It is negative. So a bar dot b bar. Remember, a bar dot b bar is equal to negative when theta is greater than 90 degree. That is when theta is obtuse angle. When theta is obtuse angle, remember what? A bar dot b bar is negative. A bar dot b bar is negative. Now this part which I showed, if you want, you can write it in the solution, or you may not write in the solution. You directly write this. Okay, you may write in the solution, or you simply write this. What? We know that when theta is greater than 90 degree, when theta is obtuse angle, then a bar dot b bar is negative. Okay, so now I begin writing the answer. So here I begin with the answer. So what do I write? I write, see, I know when theta is greater than 90 degree, a bar dot b bar is negative. So a bar dot b bar, what is a bar dot b bar? You have a bar. See, you have a bar here. This is a bar, this is b bar. A bar dot b bar is negative. That is, a bar dot b bar, that is, a bar dot b bar is negative. That is a bar dot b bar, is less than 0. Right? So I write here, a bar dot b bar is less than 0. That is, see, you know how to get the dot of these two vectors. Okay. So it is this multiplies this plus minus 6 multiplies 2 plus 3 multiplies 2cx. That is x square c plus minus 12, x square c plus minus 12 plus 6cx is lesser than 0. Okay, that is x square c plus 6 x square c. You know what I will do? Instead of writing x square c, let me write cx square. So cx square plus 6cx minus 12 is less than 0. Minus 12 is less than 0. Okay. Very good. Let me write this as 1. Now in this one thing I noticed that this is a quadratic. This is a quadratic inequality. Please, what is this? It is a quadratic inequality. Now, here's something you all students have to remember, which many of the students don't know. They do not know it. Okay, so what is it? I'll tell you. See, in a quadratic equation, what is a quadratic equation? Now, here starts the reference part. See, what I'm writing is a reference part. I'm writing here as a reference. So this thing I'm writing as a reference. I'm writing this as a reference. This is for reference. What is a quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. See, this is quadratic equation. Okay. But we are not, right now we are not into quadratic equation. We are into quadratic inequation. We are into quadratic inequation. So remember, and that inequation is what? It is less than 0. Okay. So reference is ax square plus bx plus c less than 0 implies, if this is less than 0, then it implies, okay, if ax square plus bx plus c is less than 0, then always remember that a is less than 0 and b square minus 4ac is also less than 0. If in a quadratic equation, if ax square plus bx plus c is less than 0, then always remember what? A will be less than 0 and the delta, that is discriminant. You remember discriminant b square minus 4ac? B square minus 4ac will also be less than 0. So this thing you need to remember here. Okay, so I will now apply this part here. See, this is not the part of the solution. It is only for reference. So I will write from here. Therefore, from 1 we can write. From 1 we can, therefore, from 1 we can write. We can write. What we can write? C is less than 0. C is less than 0 and b square minus 4ac. What is b square? 6c square minus 4ac. 4 into a. C into minus 12 is less than 0. So C is less than 0. C has to be less than 0 and C is less than 0 is a statement. C is less than 0. You got C less than 0. Okay, and this should be less than 0. That is 36c square, 36c square plus 48c should be less than 0. Now from this I take 12c common. So 12c is common. So what do I get? I get 3c plus 4 should be less than 0. Now remember, here you have already said, or you can say you already obtained, or you already concluded C is less than 0. So if C is less than 0, it means 12C is less than 0. You understand? 12C, C is less than 0. If C is less than 0, then 12C is less than 0. If 12C is less than 0, then this has to be positive. This has to be positive. See, if this is negative, if this part is negative, then 3c plus 4 has to be positive. If 12c is negative, then 3c plus 4 has to be positive. Then only the product will be negative. I repeat again. See, this is, see this. This is negative. Suppose this is also negative. So what will happen? Negative into negative will become positive, but we don't want positive. See, we want less than 0. So in order you want less than 0, this has to be positive. If this is negative, this has to be positive. You see this? So the next part I get here is, I hope you all are following this. So the next part I will get here is, so 12c, I will write here, since c is less than 0, I will write here, that is c less than 0. From here I am writing, that is from c less than 0 and 3c plus 4 greater than 0. So c less than 0 and 3c plus 4, that is 3c greater than minus 4, c greater than minus 4 by 3. Okay, so this is the final answer. What should be the final answer? The final answer is C. C should be greater, sorry, C should be lesser than 0. I'm sorry, somewhere in between I think by mistake I said C greater than 0. My mistake. So what is the final answer? C should be lesser than 0. C should be lesser than 0 and C should be greater than minus 4 by 3. So how much is minus 4 by 3? Minus 4 by 3 is, you can divide, it is, I suppose it is 1.33 something, 1.33 something, negative 1.33. So on number line, if you see this, on number line, how do you find it? On number line, on the number line, it would look like somewhat this way. See, so where should numbers? This is 0 and this is minus 4 by 3. You see this? And here you have minus 1. So C has to be lesser than 0. C has to be lesser than 0 but greater than this. So here in between this, C should be. C is lesser than 0 but greater than this. I hope it is clear to you all. See, in this, what are the points that you need to be knowing? See, this is the point that you need to be knowing. This is the point that you need to be knowing. What? If the angle between two vectors is greater than 90 degrees, then their dot product is negative. That is, A bar dot B bar is less than 0. Now, when I applied that, you know dot product, how to find dot product. If A bar is A1 I cap plus B1 J cap plus C1 K cap and B bar is A2 I cap plus B2 J cap plus C2 K cap, then A bar dot B bar is A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. That you already know. So when I applied the dot product and I said that it is less than 0, I got this. Now here I apply the property of quadratic inequation. You see this? And then I got this answer. Okay. Please go through this. Good question. So question number 6 from the same exercise 5.3. Determine whether A bar and B bar are orthogonal, parallel, or neither. And they give us 4 sub questions. In each sub question, they give you A bar and B bar. I repeat again. What the question is? They give us 2 vectors, A bar and B bar. We have to determine whether these 2 vectors are orthogonal. Now, what is meaning of orthogonal vectors? 2 vectors are said to be orthogonal if they are perpendicular to each other. If the angle between them is 90 degree, you call them as orthogonal vectors. So they want you to determine, are these 2 vectors perpendicular to each other first? Second, then they want you to determine that are these 2 vectors parallel? If not orthogonal, then are they parallel? This is another case. Now you understand the meaning of parallel vectors. See, these 2 vectors are parallel vectors. You see this? See this? These are not parallel, not parallel, not parallel, not parallel, parallel. Okay, see, they are parallel. They will never intersect each other. They are parallel vectors. If I shift them, parallel vectors, if they are shifted, then they will become coincident vectors. They become collinear vectors. See, they are one over the other. Now they are parallel. See, parallel vectors. So the another thing is, if the 2 vectors, suppose they give me 2 vectors, A bar and B bar. So if they are not parallel, then are they, I'm sorry, if they are not orthogonal, my mistake. If the 2 vectors are not orthogonal, then are they parallel? See, these are the cases of parallel vectors. And finally, they say, or neither. So what does that mean? If the vectors are not orthogonal, if they are not parallel, then they are neither parallel nor orthogonal. Okay, so let me begin with the problem solving. So there are 4. What I will do is I'll take any 2 of these. So let me begin with the first one. So I start with the solution of the first one. I will write here given A bar equals to minus 9 I cap plus 6 J cap plus 15 K cap, and B bar equals to 6 I cap minus 4 J cap, 6 I cap minus 4 J cap minus 10 K cap. What I will do next, I'll find out A bar dot B bar. Okay. First thing you will do is find A bar dot B bar. Why? Because I know if A bar dot B bar is 0, then I can say the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. So let me find out A bar dot B bar. So A bar dot B bar is minus 9 into 6 plus 6 into minus 4 plus 15 into minus 10. So how much is this? Minus 54 minus 24 minus 150. It is definitely not equal to 0. Is it equal? Is this going to be 0? Never. All are negative. So what I will say, therefore a bar, A bar and B bar are not orthogonal. They are not orthogonal. They are not orthogonal. Okay. They are, for sure, they are not perpendicular. They are not perpendicular. Now what I will do, I'll find out their cross product. I will find out their cross product. Why find cross product? For the reason, if the cross product of two vectors is 0, remember students, if the cross product of two vectors is 0, then the two vectors are collinear. They are parallel vectors. So I will find out A bar cross B bar. Okay, so let me find out. So I cap, J cap and K cap, I cap, J cap, K cap. A bar is minus 9, 6, 15, minus 9, 6, 15. And B bar here is, B bar is 6 minus 4 minus 10. 6 minus 4 minus 10. Okay. What I do is I make this thing a bit, okay. I will take 3 common from the second row, 3 common from the second row and 2 common from the third row. So 3 into 2, 3 and 2 are outside. Okay, in order to make it a bit easier evaluating. So I cap, J cap, K cap, and see when I take 3 common, what do I get? I get here minus 3, then here I get 2, and here I get 5. Here I take 2 common, so I get 3 minus 2 and minus 5. Okay, now what I do is I see, now I take minus sign common from the second row. I take minus sign common from the second row, so I'll get minus 6 here. Okay, so I cap, J cap, K cap, and see what you get. When you take minus sign common from the second row, this will become 3 minus 2 minus 5 and 3 minus 2 minus 5. Great, great. See, I don't even have to evaluate the determinant. Without evaluating, I can say that the value of the determinant will be 0. Why? You know, because the two rows are identical. Look at the third row and the second row. The third row and second row, they are identical. So by the property of determinant, what will happen? This whole thing will be 0 vector. What it will be? This will be 0 bar. You understand? So I will get 0 I cap. So remember students that this will be equal to, so I will get here A bar cross B bar equals to, see, I will get here 0 I cap plus 0 J cap plus 0 K cap. That is A bar cross B bar is 0 bar. And therefore I can say A bar and B bar are parallel vectors. Be sure that now they are, be assured what they are parallel vectors. Why? Because their cross product is equal to a 0 vector. Okay, in case if you haven't followed what I did here, I used the properties of determinant. If you have not followed that, simply do not worry, you evaluate the determinant the way you know. You evaluate this determinant, you will get this thing, okay, which is a 0 vector. Okay, so I got the two vectors as 0. The two vectors are parallel vectors. Similarly, you will solve the other three. Suppose you get, if I had got the dot product as 0, I would have said the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. If I had got dot product not 0, the cross product also not equal to 0. What does that mean? It means the vectors are neither orthogonal to each other nor parallel to each other. So the third answer is neither. Okay. So I solved one problem for you. The remaining three problems you can try on your own. You can try them on your own.